Good morning. Happy Friday. Oh, there we go. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I hope everyone's having a great morning so far and a great trading session. We are just getting into some medium impact news, so I will be sitting out for 2 minutes and then I will return to the charts. As you guys can see, I am green right now. I'm so green I could cry. No. I am green right now. I didn't start trading until 8:45. And in the process of doing that, I did still miss a couple of trades, but that's because something was wrong with my charts. Something was wrong. I can't remember. And so I missed it in the process of fixing whatever that was. And then also on that first trade, good morning, Applejacks. Oh, hello, Applejacks. It is Friday and we're going to have a great day today. You must have went back and watched the clip. Girl, a mess, right? How are you this morning? Your last weekday before you start work again. What are you going to do today to savor the moment? Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? But yeah, my first trade, you guys. So I usually always have the NinjaTrader Control Center on my actual screen that I trade on, but I haven't ever since I started using the order flow presentation, which I probably need to just scrunch the chart just enough to be able to put the control center there. But for right now, I have it on the same screen that I have my streaming stuff. But yeah, I didn't realize that I wasn't in on my follower. So my follower ended up taking an opposite position and stopping me out. I don't know. It didn't take the opposite position because it had its own orders. When it came back to that price, it put me back in again, but price was heading down. I was in for a buy at the time. So I have my orders position open again because we ain't doing it. Okay? We're not doing that again. So yeah. And we're here. But yeah, in Q is we got some nice little movement again. That is for sure. And my focus is just making sure that I take as many trades as I can. Try not to miss out on too many. That's kind of difficult to do sometimes, but that's the goal. That's the goal. I was like last night, I did spend a little bit of time. I wouldn't necessarily say quizzing myself, but kind of quizzing myself, like going through my cheat sheet, looking at like the left side, like, okay, if the level is weak, this is what we don't want. If it pulls back to wick off of the minor half trend, what are we looking for if the POC is in the wick? What are we looking for if the POC is in the body? I basically took myself back to school. Because that's going to be the only way that I can remember these things. So that's what I got to do. Okay. That's what I got to do. All right. Let's see. These levels are overlapping, but let's see what ends up happening here. Applejacks. Oh, wow. Look at that green. Thank you. I'm trying. I told y'all, like, I'm right here at the light. I just got to do what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? There's clearly a lot of work to do before I can consider trading full time. Also, like the combo yesterday mentioned, I need a personal account. I feel you. Who do you think that you'll get a personal account with? I know some people like Amp Futures. I think my best friend who trades, I'm pretty sure that's who he had his account with. I just chose, well, it used to be Dorman Trading, but a couple of years ago, if I'm not mistaken, is when they switched us over to just the NinjaTrader brokerage. Will you just get one with Tradeovate? Since that's the platform that you already use. Okay, so the goal today is to stay green. Stay green. Nope, we don't like that one. It's so crazy how now It's so crazy how now that I'm trading knowing which way the POC is, whether it's buyer volume or seller volume, I can see why the zigzag changes in certain circumstances is so crazy. Because the whole purpose of me choosing, okay, I thought it was gonna move up there. The whole purpose of me choosing the other bar profiler was because I didn't really want information overload. I didn't want to look at all the numbers that were inside of the bars. If I'm being honest with you, I missed that, I think. That would have been a loss though. That's one that I'm still trying to figure out. Let me see something. Open 97.25 high. Yeah, I would have got wicked out to the tick. Oh, that's why the zigzag is actually not attached to the entry bar. But anyway, I chose the other one because I was just like, okay, I don't want information overload. I don't feel like knowing which way the volume is in the POC matters. Baby, it matters. It matters big time. It matters big time. So I'm just happy that I ended up doing this. I am. You can see that old level actually kind of held everything up there. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that way. All right. Yeah, so like I said, I just feel like once I go through, and I did last night go back through my old cheat sheet to see if there was anything that I was missing. As far as what I want to see. And just comparing the notes of the new cheat sheet to the last one before I switched to this volume profiler thingy. And I kind of added some stuff that I didn't realize was missing as well, because I just wanted to see, like, I wanted to have everything on this cheat sheet so I don't have to refer to the other one anymore. And yeah, we'll just see what needs to carry over, what doesn't matter, and just kind of go from there. But I think we're gonna be good here. Pretty sure. All right. Oh, volume was opposite. I think I'm gonna get wicked out to the tick. I had a feeling. I think I want to treat that. I think I know exactly how I want to treat that particular one. My middle trend just changed from a yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same thing. Literally wicked out to the tick. How fun. That means I'm negative on the one account, right? Yeah. 49.25 low. Part of me, okay, so I might actually, I really don't want to do this, but I might end up changing my stop loss to 19 ticks for an 18 tick take profit. And the only reason why is because I get wicked out to the tick quite a bit, like more than I would like to. I feel like a lot of my losses are gonna end up being like this versus actual real losses, you know? And I don't know if I like that. I don't. The only thing that I can think of is possibly caring about what the volume looks like in there. Yeah, I'll go back and look at that later. Because the volume was opposite my direction. So on that particular divergence, I might need for it to always be in the correct direction, which would kind of make sense because my other divergence is kind of the same way. The only other thing I can think of is like when I have a trend bias change like this divergence I don't like taking because there's more volume in this swing than the previous one up. So that lets me know that this change, like the bias change, is pretty strong. So on this trade right here, even though it wasn't a new overall bias change, my middle trend did change in the process of creating that swing down. And there was more volume in that swing than the previous swing down. So that's, yeah. All right, we made it back. Cool. So I'm pretty sure there was not. So yeah, I'll have to look at that later. I don't really think I've been having a whole lot of examples of it anyway. Not yet, at least. I am going to spend this weekend going through and back testing all this week because most of those days I couldn't even go through and journal my missed trades for the day because for whatever reason, like whenever I would have to reload certain charts, for whatever reason the order flow presentation doesn't fully load, even though I have it on tick replay. Sometimes it does not load all the data for, starting at 8:30. So I would have to wait until after midnight, and I'm not doing that after midnight. So yeah. Dormant is the one I started with too. Yeah, never heard of Dormant. Dormant was what we were forced to use when I first got my NinjaTrader account. And had some decent margins for day trading. Nothing outrageous. Was the broker when you signed up for TradeAvate? I didn't know that they were the broker for TradeAvate as well. Hold on, I really want to go back to that and make sure. Okay, the zigzag was attached to the last bar. I wanted to make sure, because if it was something as simple as that, well then we're good here, Good morning, Rio. Good morning, Janelle. Yes, thank God it's Friday. Actually, no. Actually, no. Only because I feel like I want to trade some more. I didn't really trade enough this week, honestly. To no fault of my own, except starting on Wednesday, but wick inside, yeah. And I want it to be opposite. That is correct. Good morning, Trenches. How are you this morning? How's everyone's trading session going? Oh yeah, Apple Jacks. So, going back to your comment about there's clearly a lot of work to do before you can consider trading full time. What does that look like for you? Do you mean like work on your strategy, work on close? All right. Work on your strategy, work on the mental aspect of trading. What is it? What is it, my darling? All right, that was a no clear, but that hit up there. Oh, that was something that I forgot to do. All right, this is gonna kind of throw the numbers off over here, but it'll be all right. I forgot to put the price over there as well. All right, that top ticked, which is what I don't want. Body. Don't want that. Mostly mental. Understood. That's the hardest part. I agreed to start overtime next week, so I gotta work a few hours this weekend. Why? Look, it's always a good idea till the time comes and you like, girl, what was you thinking? That's why, like, I loved doing agency nursing for as long as I did. I spent the majority of my nursing career agency nursing. I only spent the first year without an agency. And I was PRN agency because I wanted to make my own schedule. I will let you know the week of what I want to work, because signing up for something a month in advance, 6 weeks in advance, baby, I don't know how I'm going to feel that day. I don't know what's going to come up that day, but I can give you a couple of days. And honestly, sometimes I wouldn't even sign up at the, like, Sunday, what y'all got? All right, cool. I can't be there Tuesday. I might be there Thursday, but just wait. Hold off until I come to work on Tuesday. Then I'll let you know if I could be there Thursday, just in case you still need me. That was me. But that was just from, like, me just knowing myself. Baby, Nope. Nope. All right. Wait, am I looking for? Yeah, opposite. Because when that time comes, I don't want to regret it. Do not. Is this sort? Yeah, it is. So we did an immediate reversal off of the level. Let's see if we hold up here or if we actually push through. Because we did push pretty strong off of there. 50-point moves back and forth on 5-minute candles for 30 minutes. That's insane. I was watching Alpine stream. I think it was yesterday. I think I was rewatching yesterday's, and he was like, he said, look at this. 30 ticks is nothing. I think the ATR yesterday, I think he uses a 13 period ATR, and it was like 35 or something insane. Like literally insane. Insanity. 301. What is that? 308. You almost got me. But yeah, that was just crazy. He's like, yeah, you guys are saying my stop loss is too tight, but that also means that if I'm going for the 60 ticks, I should be able to get it so easily. Look at the market. He's like, look at this. This is a 100 tick move. Why wouldn't I be able to get 60 ticks out of it? It's like, oh my gosh. The market was insane. That was almost what I wanted. Almost. I'm also starting to be a little bit careful because there are times when, like, the zigzag was messed up in this whole swing because of here. So the next swing, I don't trust it because it was messed up here. So how do I know that the next zigzag is actually correct? So, and it usually does it on an outside bar like that. So that's why I didn't take that trade just now. I can't fully trust it. And then also, I wouldn't be able to take it anyway because there was this was a weak level. there was what, 500, almost 900 volume in this swing, but there was 2.1k there. So that lets me know that this weak level should not be traded because it's weak after we've already created a weaker swing. So we don't want to take that trade. And I feel like it was probably like a week or so ago that I started paying attention to that. And it's held up every single time. Every single time. Why didn't I pay attention to that before? I don't know. Ask someone else. Because I haven't a clue. A successful trader told me I need to be able to make my salary 3 times before going full time. But I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't wait till the entrances either. I would say maybe, good morning, Granny. I would say maybe like 25% more. And I'm only saying that because you're accounting for taxes. That's it. That's all I would do personally, because one of the things that I will say is, of course, you want to make sure that you're fully financially stable, right? I would say get out of debt, because it's a lot easier to chase your dreams when you don't owe people. I've been debt free for 6 years. I have not worked in 2 full years. This month was my 2-year anniversary. Did I expect to be off of work for that long? No. I didn't expect to lose my hours to an unlicensed nurse either. But shit happens, right? So I saved so much money in the time frame of me starting to get out of debt and after getting out of debt that the last 2 years has not been a crunch financially for me. I mean, the only thing that I can say is it's annoying to see your bank account dwindling down. Even though I'm nowhere close to being broke, I'm nowhere close to any of that. I mean, obviously it helps that I live with my mom, but I still have bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still, between my bills and groceries and health insurance and, you know, all of those things, I still spend about $2,000 a month. So it's not like all my bills are gone. But even after 2 years, I still can sustain for quite a long time after this, like legit, right? Honestly, of course, it helps that I don't have children. This has been the most peaceful 2 years of my life, and I needed it. I needed it because being on the go so much, like there's so much of my life that I don't remember. Part of it is like, you know, when you deal with chronic depression, anxiety, panic attacks, things like that, it literally changes your brain, right? The chemical structure of your brains, and part of that leads to memory loss. But the other part of it is I was always going. I never stopped to smell the roses ever. And I hate that I'm not like a picture and video person, because had I been a picture and video person, I'd at least be able to go back to pictures and videos to remember some of the things that I've, you know, done, accomplished, experienced, things like that. But I'm not a picture or video person. So sometimes I legit have to rely on what people tell me. I'm being honest. But yeah, I think that this period of nothingness was the best thing for me. Seriously, I needed it, especially if I ever, well, I do, you know, when I become a mom, I'm not going to be able to do that ever again. So it's like little things like that that I think of that, yeah, it's really important to have some me time for real. And I'm grateful for it. I am. And I feel like it's so crazy because I told myself when I took this break, I'm like, all right, you got 2 years. And for me to be at my 2-year mark and be in a place where I'm right there at my goal of mastering my strategy. I might not be there in PAs and payouts and stuff like that, but the most important part for me was mastering the strategy, perfecting it, and things like that. And I'm pretty much there. Besides whatever little lessons I need to learn from, switching over to this order flow thing last Thursday, Friday. Besides that, everything is there that I need, right? So, but it's worth it. Once you get where you want to be, it is so worth it. It is. I almost wanted to take that trade. Now, I just want to lay on the couch. It really is. I missed so many good moves the past 2 weeks. That happens. I hope you've been stewing in anger at yourself like you do me. But it's like that, especially when you like go on a, not necessarily a bad streak, but sometimes things can like cloud your judgment, just different things, right? And then you start getting mad at yourself because it's like once you start journaling everything that you missed out on, it's like, girl, what? Where's your brain? That's what I ask myself sometimes. Like, girl, where is your brain? What is you doing? Please tell me. Why is this random? That's not even there on my other screen. How is it there? I don't know. Alpine was freaking out. Market is so unpredictable. He was freaking out. He was. But he made it back. What was he at? 6.7K, I think, yesterday. I didn't get to finish watching the stream. I ended up falling asleep. I'm gonna tell you guys something else that I am thinking about doing, and this is going back to that divergence trade that I got ticked out on. I'm thinking about on Fridays. So on Fridays I don't take divergence trades at the new session highs and lows. I'm thinking about not taking these divergence trades either, where we got more volume in this swing than the previous one. That's the one trade that I lost today. And the reason why I'm thinking about doing that is because, okay, my thought process on not doing it at the highs and lows is simply because on Fridays we're usually trendy, right? So it makes no sense to take divergence at the new session highs and lows because we're going to continue trending. And so my thought process right now is kind of the same with this particular divergence. I feel like I only really lose these on Fridays. I mean, I'm going to lose here and there throughout the week as well. But there was actually another, let me see something. There was another one that I sat out of a couple of minutes ago and it lost. It only went like 4 ticks in the intended direction and then it immediately continued up. So I think I'm going to stop doing that because it makes sense. If we're too trendy on Fridays, why take divergence when there's more volume pushing in the trend's direction and you're trying to get in for counter trend? It doesn't make sense. And I'm going to go look real quick at, I'm looking at my trade journal real quick. Oh wait, let's just change the date. Hold on, y'all. 5/31. All right, that one was a win. But I just have a feeling that that's gonna end up being a problem for me in the long run. And I don't care about the few wins that I'll get here and there. Well, no, there's another win right there. Let's see, 17.24. I don't know. I just have a feeling that's going to be a problem long term. So we'll see. I'll just continue to document for the rest of, like when I journal, I'll continue to journal it, but that is something that I'm going to pay attention to every Friday. And kind of see from there. Because I just got a feeling. Technically, if you trade every day, you do trade full time, but trade for a living is what he meant. I got you. I got you. That is very true. All right. Where's the open of that? Hello, you're moving too fast. You're doing too much, team, too much. All right. So I think in that moment I can do the body there because it was weak. Did get a zigzag change. Let me see what the full, if it would have been a full win. I think it would have just been a break even. Pretty sure. Let's see. Let's see. 17, 18, 19. Actually, it would have been a full win. All right. I just sat out of that one because it was a pullback to my middle level, but it also was touching the minor level. And I'm still trying to see what I pull over from the previous style to this one. And it followed my previous style. So I do have it on my cheat sheet as something to pay a little bit more attention to. So we'll kind of see. Are we gonna go? Nope. What did we go up? 12 ticks. It was what I was looking for. That's all that matters. But I am starting to not want to take these unless it's going in my intended direction, which is probably what I'll end up doing long term. But we'll see. Yeah, I think I want to stop taking those actually, which I had already told myself I was going to do anyway. But I think after, well, all right, let's see what happens here. If this one loses too, then yeah, that's what we're going to do. And it did. All right. So basically what I'm going to stop doing is this. So I'm getting into the trade, trying to get in basically at the start of a new trend up. But you can see we failed here. We also failed here as well. Again, it could just be that it's Friday. So it might be where on Fridays I only take certain trades. But if we were doing this, but we were coming down because my overall trend bias is down, then okay. So I think that that might end up being a thing. Like I said, I already thought about stopping that already. So it's really no big deal. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I think Fridays are just one of those. And I have friends who are traders who do not trade on Fridays. I'm not going to be one of those people. I will just take note of what strategies just don't seem to work out well on Fridays, and we'll leave it there. Because, I mean, I just feel like it's too many great opportunities still. So why, at least for my strategy, so why completely sit out? I don't want to completely sit out. But again, just going back to the notion of Fridays are super trendy. So I have to be careful with certain setups. Let's see, 21, 28. Looks like the other divergence works on Fridays though, which is fine. Let's see, is that counter trend? Yeah, that's counter trend as well. So that one works out. All right, let's get back to the charts. Let's get back to it. Oh wait, I can't see. Damn, I missed it. I wasn't gonna get filled. I could tell the way that the bars closed. I knew it. Look, I wasn't gonna get filled. I was looking for it though. I was looking for it. All right. I saved so much money by switching to Geico. Sorry, I have to catch up a little bit. Stack money and budget. Exactly, Janelle. 150 is a kilo. Salary job 2 years ago. I was the same on the go since 2007. Yeah. Just stopped myself from punching a wall, but then I remember life goes on. There will be other trades. My problem is there are other trades, and then I sit out of those as well. Girl, what are you doing? But we gonna get ourselves together. 8:30 and 9 o'clock, we reject that area now. Looks like we breaking it. Let's see if it retests and falls or falls back under. Help me mentally for the past 3 years. Was a takeout breakout. The worst for me is the limit order that doesn't get filled by a few points. Yeah. I hate when mines just skip right through. It's very annoying, but it kind of comes with the territory of trading Renko, so I just gotta deal. It's a fake out breakout. I was waiting for it to retest the 150 here and roll back under the VWAP. Didn't even hold. Where is the VWAP right now? 22.55. I'll start that today and report back next week. There is this one. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I don't even see it over here. Yes, I do actually. I bought this journal some years ago while I'm waiting on the market to set up how I wanted to. I bought this journal some years ago. It's called a productivity planner. It was really good. I used it mainly when I was doing credit repair, because in the process of doing that, I was just really overwhelmed with all that I needed to do as far as setting up systems, making sure I'm still working on certain clients, making sure I set out a little bit of time for trading at the time. I wasn't trading all the time, but I wanted to trade as much as I could at the time. And it was really cool. Like, so each week you have a weekly review. What are your weekly wins? Actually, wait, let's go back. Weekly planning. So you start off with the weekly planning. What's your intention for the week? 5 most important tasks of the week, secondary tasks of importance, and additional tasks. And basically what you do is, for the 5 most important tasks of the week, that is like you take each of the most important tasks and make that your primary focus each day. So the first task is the primary focus of Monday and things like that. And then when you get inside of each day, so the weekly planning kind of looks like this, right? So then when you get inside each day, you have the 1 most important task of the day. And the other thing was you work on things in 30-minute like sessions. And so you have like a target and an actual or whatever. So then you have 2 secondary tasks of importance and then 2 additional tasks that you complete only after you complete the primary and 2 secondary tasks of importance. And then you have a place for notes. So you have that each day. And then you have like a page of notes. And then for the weekly review, you say, what were your weekly wins? What's going well? Any big wins, or even little wins? What tasks were not completed so that you can recommit to completing it the following week? What have you learned and how will you implement that in the future? And then next week, what actions will you take to ensure your week is productive? This worked so well for me. So well. My problem is once I get consistent with something, using something like that, then I just stop using it. And then the other thing was you start to notice certain things about yourself, right? So one of the things that I noticed immediately was that when it came to that book, I could not give myself as many tasks as the book outlines or allows you to do, because for me, I would have to remind myself that certain tasks are actually big tasks, so it's not going to take me one day to complete it. So what I would do was, instead of doing like 5 primary tasks for the week, I would only do 2 or 3. And then instead of however many it allows for you to do secondary for the week, I only did a few, because for me, I'm so goal and task oriented that even if I have 5 big tasks for the week, if I don't complete them, I feel like a failure if I only completed 1 or 2, but I don't go back to think these were really big tasks that you were trying to complete in 5 days. That makes sense. So I had to kind of tailor it to my personality, and knowing that I feel like a failure if I have tasks still left on the table. I can make 70% progress, but that 30% that I didn't make is going to bother me. That's just me. I'm really hard on myself when it comes to stuff like that. But I also, I feel like that's why I've accomplished as much as I have in my lifetime, because I've always been goal and task oriented. And I'm one of those people where, like, by the time I complete one goal, I already have like 20 more set, right? Another reason why I've struggled with like just being on the go all the time, because I just had so many goals that I was trying to reach, and that's what was most important. And enjoying the process was not part of the process for me, So that's why, like, the trading thing, career goals I'm so hard on myself with it, because I don't have 20 more goals set after this. You know what I mean? Yes, there are certain things that I might want to do at some point, like, start real estate investing, things like that. Once I start to be consistently profitable with trading. But for the most part, I've accomplished everything I've wanted to accomplish. Anything else at this point, aside from mastering trading, is just secondary things that I just want to do, but it wasn't a goal of mine, if that makes sense. So that's another reason why I've been able to be so focused, because now it's like, oh, you can't just throw this off to the side real quick, or for like a year while you go focus on accomplishing this over here. There's none of that now, So yeah, Apple Jacks, we are so alike. See, I'm like that too. Like, I just need to kind of dump. It was really good for what it was for. But once I got past that part, and I think I more so needed the structure of like putting things down in order of importance. And also I liked the idea of working on things in 30-minute sessions. Now, I think that book suggests that you work on it for 30 minutes and then stop, like take a break for 15 minutes or something. Now, I wasn't doing that. You taking up too much of my time, but I would stop for like 5 minutes. 5 minutes is about as far as we can get there. But I did like that part. That honestly really, really helped me out a lot. Excuse me. All right, we just switched again. I was hoping that we kind of reversed off the zone instead, but you know, the market does what it wants. It does what it wants. It does what it wants. I do at some point want to create like a trading journal, a physical one. That's on my list to do. I actually used to make budget journals. Let me... Dang. I don't have one in here. I'll have to go get it out of the office. But I used to create physical budget journals, and that was like my product that I started selling while I was making my YouTube videos when I was getting out of debt. And the only reason why I even created the journal to begin with is because at the time, that's when I was working in the gotta break even. All right, that worked. Sell opposites. Wake up. So the network marketing company that I had helped to start, they just wanted a budgeting journal. I think I had already started working on it, because when I was in the process of getting out of debt, none of the other budget workbooks ever made sense for me, because I budget so differently. I wasn't a cash person. And basically my budgeting method was that so you take the amount that you make per month net, because we don't care about gross, and you would subtract how much your bills are, like your set bills, not groceries, none of that, like your fixed expenses. So let's say that you make $5,000 a month and your bills are $3,000 a month. So now you have $2,000 a month left over. So what you would do is you would take that $2,000 and you would kind of break it down so that, like, all right, well, this percentage will go off to my variable expenses like gas, groceries, things like that. This percentage is going to go over here for saving, and this percentage is going to go towards debt. So what you would do is every time you would get paid, once you've earned enough in the month, because you start your budget every month, right? So once you've earned $3,000 in that month to cover your fixed expenses, all of your paychecks, even if it was something small, like even if you got $100 for your birthday, or you made $100 doing it, whatever, anytime a check came in, you had to divide it into those percentages. All right. So out of that $100, I said that 33% was going here, 33% was going there, 33% was going there. And when you put that money off to the side for this, like, you had to send it to your savings immediately. If it was to go towards that, you make that $33 payment now. And that was really important for me to do, because as much as Dave Ramsey tells people to just keep $1,000, I don't know if this is still what he does, but I know it was back then. Keep $1,000 in your savings, and everything else you throw towards that, baby. $1,000 doesn't cover the average emergency. What are we talking about here? What? So, yeah, it helped me get out of debt so fast. And it was so funny because people who were just coming to my channel thought I was crazy and I was stupid. You could get out of debt so much quicker if you stop saving so much money. Yeah, but what if in the process of me getting out of debt, I lose my job, or I lose my source of income, or an emergency happens and I wasn't saving this money? You're cuckoo. I'm not. So I thought about stuff like that. And I had so many people who were starting to budget the way that I was. I was the only one on YouTube doing it because I made it up myself. And so I needed a journal that I could do that with, you know? So I had some really nice pages in there. And once I sold my last one, I was like, all right, that's it. I think I have one left and it's in my basement. And that's just because if I ever start budgeting again, I want it. And I kind of also wanted it for a keepsake. I stopped budgeting a couple years ago because I'm already not a big spender. And at that point, it was just doing it just to appease people on YouTube. But I was never really a budgeter to begin with, because I'm not a big spender. right? But the other thing that was part of my method was, once you're at the end of the month, so let's say you keep a certain base in your checking account. For me, it was $4,000. So at the end of every month, whatever it was in my checking account in excess of $4,000 was what I didn't need for my bills and what I did not need for, discretionary spending. I already sent whatever payments off to debt. Whatever was left over in excess of $4,000 was my extra debt payment every month. Sometimes I would split it and do like half. So if I had $5,000 in my checking, that extra $1,000, I would send half to savings and then half off to an extra debt payment. And that's how I got out of debt. I forgot how long it took me. It was so long ago, I don't remember how long it took me, but at my highest, I was $40-something thousand in debt. I do remember that. And it didn't take me a super duper long time. But yeah, so I had to create a little budget journal for it, and it was great. It was great. So I want to kind of do something like that for trading. Create a trading journal. I told y'all I'm going to hit up that man who owned that other trading journal, the online one, because I'm going to try to buy it from him. Let me give me some money. Yeah, I'm gonna use my trading profits to do it. Then I'm gonna be like, hey y'all, we got a new online trading journal. I ain't keeping a name either. I'm gonna make it my own name. I had Swaggy C's trading journal like 2 years ago. It was cool, but I need digital for my screenshots. Yeah, I like the physical journals, but I like the digital journals as well, because like you, I want my screenshots. That's another reason why I really prefer to keep the old trading journal, because it took my screenshots for me and I still miss it. I do, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm with you on that. But I do feel like a physical journal, it has its pros as well. As long as you're taking advantage of it the right way. Okay, we likey. All right, what was that? Quick saying. So I told you guys, like, the divergence that's going in the direction of the trend, and y'all ain't even see. I'm so sorry. Why I didn't notice what on the right edge? My bad. That's the buy I just took. I said that I wasn't going to take the divergence in the direction of the trend, the deep pullbacks, unless it hits the zone, but I decided no. I also like it when it wicks off of where my middle level changes trends. So my middle level changed from an uptrend to a downtrend when we broke this yellow line and we wicked off of it. I told y'all, I'm noticing when we wick off of levels, my strategy loves it. It loves it, okay? So that's what I've mainly been focusing on. Besides the counter trend divergence, besides the counter trend divergence, when we are wicking off of my half trends, wicking off of, this is technically the T-stop or the trailing stop level, because it's where the trend changed for that particular half trend. When we wick off of those, oh my gosh, I'm in love. I'm in love. Good morning, Lisa. How are you this morning? Dave Ramsey gave unrealistic. Girl, I heard this man tell somebody before they had like $100,000 in savings. I forgot how much they were, way more than $100,000 in debt. This man told them to empty $99,000 and go put it towards debt. Sir, are you well? I would never. I'm telling you, the trolls that were on one of my videos that I made about Dave Ramsey, baby, the trolls that y'all see in traders chats ain't got nothing on them people. That's why I made a whole video going over some of the stuff that them people said to me. One person was like, I listen to the white man before I listen to this black bitch. Then I was like 20 something at the time, and they were like, who would I listen to, this old rich white man or this broke black bitch? And it's like, what? What is that? If any, see, this is what cracks me up about people. I would rather listen to someone who is more like me. Because if you're not a rich old white man, why do you care about what this man is saying to you? Do you know how stupid you sound with that insult? I think you should be trying to pay attention to someone who's showing you that something works. And I wasn't broke. I've never been broke in my life. Knock on wood, I never am. But it just was funny because it's like, you're talking to me about some man who's old enough to be my dad. What are you talking about? Why are you comparing his riches to mine at my age? I'm confuzzled. Just a tad. Just a tad. But that was people. That was people for ya. People are cuckoo birds. Did that close on that or what? Close. Oh, it did. It closed right on the level, actually. All right, cool. But yeah, people are psychos. Heard that a few times. I've never consumed his content. He is very unrealistic. If you need some extra money, go deliver pizzas. What? That's another reason why one of my focuses is mastering trading, because as much as I don't want the responsibility of teaching people, I also don't want to hold on to something that can help people and tell them, if you need extra money, go deliver pizzas. Bitch, wait. No, not at all. I have a physical personal journal. I'm about to light that one up in T-2 seconds. Listen, as long as you don't write in there that you were stewing in anger with me today, we're good here. Choppy price action. Good morning, Motion Capital. Good morning, good morning. Oh yeah, Amelia, it was crazy. This is choppy, but you know what? The fact that I was still able to get these few trades in is pretty fucking nice. And this is why, no matter how long this is taking me, I've wanted to just master this, man. Oh, that was on the level, yeah. Because when I look at Renkos, I don't see choppy. I see choppy more like if, okay, my change zone and we're changing again. So like, let's say this zone that I'm about to draw ends up being like right around that same level. That's when I see choppiness the most, honestly, when we're kind of switching back and forth biases and things like that. But aside from that, I'm just glad I'm able to trade through the choppiness, really. That was my goal. To make sure that when the market is trending or choppy, we still have great setups. And that's that. I am going to continue to sit out of the divergence trades that there was less volume in this swing, but it was no point in taking it because one tick later was the prime high right here that I would break even at. So, and you can see we literally hit it and bounced up. But yeah, I actually noticed that it's easier to see the structure of what I'm trading on a 1 second chart, but I'm not putting no 1 second chart over there. I noticed that a couple of days ago. I was just playing around with different things and I was like, oh, that actually looks really good on a 1 second chart. But I will not have y'all eyes looking at that. So we'll just keep it 30 for now. That's what we also. I think something. Yep. This is what I don't know how I didn't pay attention to this before. This would have been a valid setup had the zigzag actually attached to the entry bar, but it did not. And as you can see, I would have got wicked out just for it to go up 50 ticks. But that is exactly why I'm now paying attention to the zigzag needs to attach to my entry bar. For a minute, shit, I'm not on the right edge. For a minute, I didn't really care because I didn't think that it mattered. But I'm noticing now that it does. And I'm glad I started paying attention to it. Yeah, I didn't think that it mattered because basically what ends up happening is the bar before the entry bar ends up having zero volume in it. And so the entry bar ends up having the same low as the previous bar. And while it might work out a time or two, most of the time it ain't gonna work. Okay? It just ain't. So I'd rather just sit out because I would have lost this one to win this one. What's the point? Just to end up break even. No point. That volume was equal, which is not what I want, I don't think. Actually, I think I could. I used to trade that way. We might have to go back and look at that one. Especially if it's only attached to my middle level, that actually might work out. But was that a break even or a full win? Because I don't care about missing break evens. I think that was a break even actually. Where's my... I'm pretty sure that would have been a break even. I would have to look at a 1 second chart to know. Alright. Equal. Pretty sure. Alright, I didn't get into this trade because we were so close to the major resistance level is right up underneath the overnight high that it made no sense to get into the trade. I would have had to break even at the major resistance level anyway. Alright, where's my accounts at right now? Cool. Let's see what kind of oh, that's an O level. Let's see what kind of... Okay, maybe we won't resist. Wanted to see what we were gonna do at the major resistance level, because now we're basically at the top of the zone that's created by the major resistance and support levels. The major support level is down at 883. Yeah, 883. So we might consolidate a little bit around this area. We'll see. We will see. Do I not have... Okay, so the current is there. Is the prior there? Oh yeah, that's the prior. So I just don't have the support and resistance over there. Alright. Sorry, y'all. Some stuff I took off because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to have issues with lagging once I switched over to this version of NinjaTrader. Alright, chart's gonna freeze for a second. Sorry. Alright, now you guys can see there's the major resistance level right there. Another thing that I'm wondering long term is if I'm going to need to continue breaking even when the zigzag changes on the divergence trades. I don't know. All right, so we've pushed out of the zone at this point. You almost got me. Did I remember that right? I did. Almost got me, market. Y'all, most of my trades have been so fast that even though I have the order screen right here in my peripheral vision, it's going in and coming right back out of the trade so fast that nothing even pops up on the order screen because I have it filtered to only show active orders. All right, and I wanted to make sure that was right. It is. Got some chop here. We got 45 minutes left. Hopefully we can stay on the same trend of green. I'm really only going to focus on taking the trades that I'm the most confident in because of the rules being pretty similar to how I was trading before. Anything that I'm questioning, we're going to sit out of at the moment. I feel like if I can spend a little bit of time back testing this weekend, I should be able to go. It's going to be hard because my best friend's off work, which means that we're going to gain most of the weekend. But if I can just get all of this week back tested, I think I can go into next week with full confidence. Since we didn't really switch the strategy, we just needed to see inside the bar for certain setups. Other setups, I think that it doesn't really matter. As long as the POC is where I want it to be, the volume inside of the POC does not matter at all. But then certain setups, it matters, and it matters big time. And I can see now that on those particular setups, what I thought was causing the losses, like maybe where the previous bar reacted off of and things like that, what I thought was causing the losses was not really actually causing the losses. It was just that the volume inside of the POC was opposite of what I would want it to be. All right, I can't take buys until we break 154. That's when my middle half trend will turn back green like the other two. That's kind of why we're seeing this choppiness right here, because we're within this zone right now. Why is my freaking drawings not showing up over there? I have show global objects on. Maybe I need to turn it off and turn it back on because that's going to drive me nuts. Okay, now it's back on. All right, cool. I don't know why it's been doing that. Yeah, I'm not sure. But whatever, it's fixed now. We're inside. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes total sense. Also, possibly. There's two reasons why I feel like this trade was not going to work out, which it didn't. But remember, this yellow line is where my middle trend changed to an uptrend and we immediately rejected off of it. This was a pullback divergence at the middle trend level, or middle half trend level. And yeah, we rejected. We almost reached it, and I think we were one tick away from it and we rejected again. But normally I don't like to take trades at that level, at the middle level, if we're within the zone. So we needed to like do this above it, because we're immediately rejecting to push back down. So it's just like little stuff like that that I'm kind of paying attention to now that I honestly possibly wasn't before. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was not before. And I think that it's just like little things like that that was causing me to lose unnecessarily. Yeah, I don't want to take any trades there. Because same thing here, that trade would have lost as well. But again, we're inside of that zone, so kind of a choppy area. You can see we pulled back to the major resistance level. Which is not uncommon for us to push through it and then come back and say, never mind, we want to trade inside. Not uncommon at all. And another rejection. Where did you said 150, right? Yeah, I remember you said 150. What's the highest we got over there? 160, 175. Wait for the market to do what I would like for it to do. I'm gonna go look at this real quick. Oh, I don't have a lot of them. 620. Damn, 28 was with the trend. The trend as well. Yeah, I feel like that one trade just doesn't work well on Fridays. I'll have to go back and look. Yeah, hopefully I could just get this back test done and then I will feel so much better going into next week. I actually felt good coming into this week, even despite me having the ATM issues on Friday and Monday and Tuesday. Or no, yeah, I had the same problem Tuesday as well. That's why we were troubleshooting. Even despite it, that would have been a nice trade, but we didn't wick off of my major level. It went through the body of the entry candle, which is why I didn't get into it. But also the POC didn't clear, so it could not matter. Something I have to figure out. My no clears again. Yep. So I think when we have a no clear, we're going to go back to what we were doing before, where the no clear just makes it all valid. See, right edge. So that's what that trade looked like inside. It would have been a full win. It came back and hit the entry one tick before my stop loss would have moved to break even. So yeah, little stuff like that is what I need to know if it matters anymore. So no clue. Why am I not on the right edge? Why am I not on? It's not the last three. One thing I'm also not liking, and I've been paying attention to this, which is why I didn't get into this trade, is the first retest of the zone. I don't really like it much, especially like when we have an immediate rejection like this. This is like basically the first pullback in the correct direction, and most of the time I don't like it. I would have got stopped out to double top to go straight in the intended direction, and that would piss me off. That would piss me off. Oh, that actually followed my old rules. I could have got into that actually. Where is it? Why aren't we staying on the right edge? Yeah, that followed my old rules. I saw this double top here and didn't know if I could still continue to trade it like I used to, and I could. I would have had to break even right there, which is way far away enough, but it went straight through it. That would have been a full win with no problem. This area is real iffy and should not be traded, so I'm not going to trade it. Damn, why did I miss out on that? That was a nice trade right there, almost in the wick of the 30-second bar. Are you trying to trick me, market? This is a tricky trade. I used to take that. I would have to break even right there. No, I wouldn't. No, I lied. That's just a tricky area. It still would have worked out. Very tricky area. But that's kind of what I was talking about, where like I'm trying to get in at the start of the trend, but this time we're going in the direction of the trend, not counter trend. That's why I think I want to get rid of the one that's counter trend and just stick with this one. Yeah. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So that's 2 more wins that I sat out of for sure. That one and this one. Oh, my shoulder just cracked. are the levels not popping up? That's gonna drive me nuts. For whatever reason, the levels are not showing on my order flow chart, but levels that I already deleted are still showing. Can you show the ones I actually want you to show? That would be nice. What the hell? We're trading at the overall point of control right now. It's at 110.75 at the moment. Why is it doing that? That's actually gonna piss me off. I keep having to go into the data series to turn the global draw objects off and turn it back on, but I don't know why it's doing that. That's legit gonna irritate the hell out of me. Trying to see if we're gonna reject here. Ooh, POC is neutral. I don't like those. Don't like those at all. We didn't reject anyway. I'll be right back, you guys. All right, my bad, you guys. Oh, I should have got the hold on. Okay, I'm back. It's been over 3 months. Last time I saw your live stream and I passed by today and you still on eval, not on PA. What happened? Nothing happened. I still have my PA that I passed in March, but I don't want to trade it because my strategy's not ready yet. Yeah, nothing happened. I don't see a problem with people staying on eval when they know that they're not ready for PA. I think that it's very dumb from a trading standpoint, from the psychological aspect of it, and also from a financial aspect. I think it's dumb to pass evals and trade PAs when you know you're not ready. It's dumb from a trading standpoint because your strategy is not right. You don't have the right edge. It's dumb from a psychological aspect because all you're going to do is fuck yourself mentally because you keep cycling through PAs. I don't want to be that person on 200 PAs, 300 PAs personally. That's just me. And also it makes you think that you're not necessarily a bad trader, but it just makes you think negative things when it's just that you're not ready yet. Your strategy's not ready yet. You haven't made sure that you have the right edge in practically any market, things like that. And then it's bad financially because why are you paying for PAs that you are probably going to fail anyway? So that's just me. When I came onto YouTube in December, I told you guys I am here developing a strategy from scratch. I don't know who develops a strategy from scratch and gets it done in a month, 2 months, 3 months. I just watched a video a couple of days ago. It was a short by Umar I always don't know how to pronounce his last name. Ashraf, the creator of TradeZella, and he talked about how, you know, too many people are trying to be successful too fast. And your first year, I mean, this isn't my first year trading, but this is my first year scalping in the way that I'm trying to develop the strategy. And he talked about how important it is to use your first year to learn. If you can just come out break even the first year, that's what matters the most. Because what you learn in that first year, if you can come out break even, you should be good money from there. But yeah, that's what it is. Nothing happened. I'm not embarrassed about it. If I was, I wouldn't stream live. I wouldn't stream the process live. But yeah, so that's what's going on. All right, so I left again because I wanted to show you guys what my budget planner looked like. And this baby was thick, okay? Oh, you can't see. But the tabs are, I used to have one that was actually dated, but then I'm like, no, because what if people want to buy in March? I want them to be able to buy whenever and still be able to use it. So yeah, it has tabs for each place. This was really cool because this is what my sheet looked like for this month's budget. Remember I told you I budget in percentages? And so like you had different places where you could put what your balances were in different savings accounts. What are your balances for debt? What's the minimum payment? What's your extra payments? This is what the other page, looked like. You write all your fixed expenses out. I had some of the basic ones like cable and mortgage rent. You had all these spaces to put other fixed expenses. What percentage will you use for regular expenses, and then what are you budgeting for groceries, gas, things like that. And again, you have spaces for that. I had a place for you. Oh, this was like my favorite part. Total debt slate this month. I love that part. Also, like in the very beginning of the journal, I think the planner, I hadn't used the beginning part in so long. there was a place for you to track your savings. So you can put like your goal for a mini emergency fund is $3,000. And so every time you reached some of these little thresholds, you would just color it in. This was the debt tracker that you started at the beginning. And the part that interested me the most was like at the bottom, I had you total up what your monthly payment was. And I did that because when I first started getting out of debt, my monthly payments on debt was $800 a month. 800. Yeah, when I saw that number, I said, oh, baby, we're going to get out of debt now. And I didn't have a house. That was just all other debt. This was another spot. So basically, you would total up how much debt you have to start, and then you would divide it by however many number of lines. I can't remember how many numbers of lines this is, but you would divide it, and every time you reached that goal, you would just color it in until you got to the top. Amelia, are you about to be Applejacks? Y'all always hungry. Recurring expenses, you would do it on a yearly, quarterly, and then monthly basis. And you would just color in when you actually paid that bill for that particular month. I had a nice little, and I put all of this together myself. Same thing with like goals, action steps, monthly check-in, what did you do well, any financial goals you had. But yeah, this is what I used in my process of getting out of debt. Expense tracker, you had to physically write down every expense, which will cause you to stop spending money. Every time you come in the house, you got to write that stuff down. You'll stop spending money. Trust me. Trust you, me. And then I just had a couple of pages for notes. And that was that. I still have people to this day. Now, I haven't made a video on that YouTube channel in years. In years, and I still have people to this day. When are you gonna start selling your planner again? I need it. To this day. But yeah, that was my old life. I don't think I missed anything while I was gone. I could have possibly, but I haven't missed anything since I've been back. I would like to not trade for the next 10 minutes so that I can just secure the bag. Secure the green day, but if I see anything, I'll take it. Nothing that I question, though. Nothing that we question. Yeah, see, I don't know why this isn't popping up properly. I don't know, that chart has a mind of its own. We're definitely related. Here's a secret. I'm always hungry too. At least when I'm trading, because I intermittent fast. So I don't really break my fast until about, I don't know, lately I've been breaking it kind of late. Like, especially if I work out, I definitely break my fast late because I like working out while fasting personally. But I've been trying to make a habit of breaking it at least by 12:30, but it kind of depends because honestly, if I had to choose between eating earlier and journaling, I'd rather finish my journaling. Because once I get off the charts, I want to be off the charts. I don't want to get off the chart, go make my breakfast, come back, or eat breakfast, then come back to the charts and do one. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to close my charts, then go live my life. And part of living my life is eating. So I want to journal first. And sometimes journaling just takes longer. But hopefully it doesn't over time, because honestly what takes the most time is me going back a second time and writing down all the trades that I didn't take or I missed. That takes the longest. So if I stop sitting out of trades so much, I wouldn't need to do that. Especially since I wonder if it's actually been taking the screenshots. I keep forgetting to check if this, today's the 26th. See, this thing just, it don't know what it want to do. But it does look like it's starting to attempt. Yeah, I need a better screenshot tool. I'm not gonna lie. I need a better one. It's taking the entry of my Renko chart, but it's not taking the entry, I don't think, on the order flow chart, which is kind of important. I want both. I would like both. I don't know. And then something else that I noticed is that I think I need to start taking a trade on my sim account when I first come in. Just take a random trade, because it seems like it doesn't start taking screenshots until the exits of the first trade that I take. There's no entry screenshot ever. So I think that if I start taking a trade on my sim account first, then every trade from there should start taking screenshots properly. I also think that that is why some of the screenshots are a little off. If only I could figure out the freaking coding for the one I was trying to do myself. I might try to go back and do that. Maybe next week. Maybe it was a waste of $49. Maybe. Inversionista, I love how you put eval in big letters. Yeah. You guys gotta realize everybody does things in their own timing. Not everyone is in a rush. I am not in a rush. I'd rather save money by continuing to pay for evals in the process of creating my strategy than pay those freaking lifetime, whether it's lifetime fees, monthly fees, whatever, on PAs, and it'd be pointless. No thank you. No, it's more. I really hate this new way of showing the price and the number of bars together. This is on the 2022 version of this price action indicator. The 2016 version wasn't like that. I like the other one better. It gets in the way. But the other one I think was going to start causing some lagging on this version, because when I updated it, the little lag that I was getting was gone. Alright, I don't think we're gonna get any more trades because we're back at the major resistance levels. So, and I'm okay with that. I am 1001,000,000% okay with that. Alright, how many trades did I take? 7. 7 is not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Especially considering how many I missed. I told you guys 10 to 15 is like the perfect number to me. But I told you guys last Friday that I felt like switching to the order flow version of the POC would be a game changer for me. And I'm pretty sure in this first week I've proven that to myself so far. Even missing probably 90% of the damn trades, I can tell you right now that I'm positive for the week. Now granted, I couldn't start trading until Wednesday. But that's all right. So I was break even on Monday. Tuesday I lost a little bit because that was the day that I had to test everything on the micros for Joel to attempt to fix the chart trader. Wednesday was break even. Yesterday I was green. Today I was green. You can't tell me, baby, that's not progress. I was green on Friday as well. I should have been green on Monday, but with my ATM not attaching, there was that one trade that actually was a full win, I think. Yeah, it was a full win, and I had to manually break even right at the entry because the ATM didn't do it for me. But I started this week with a balance of 49,366 on account 22, and I'm about to show you guys all the balances and stuff because we're done trading for today. We only got a minute left, and there's no need. So let's take. This also means that next week I am going to go ahead and trade account 23, which is kind of perfect timing because I took the usual week off after renewal. But things are looking up, you guys. Things are looking up. I would say the change is pretty positive so far. All right. So again, account 22 started at 366.92. So if I look at the trade performance for let's go through the stats. I took 7 trades today. I won 5, lost 2. The one trade that was the counter trend divergence where the current swing was more than the previous swing in the same direction, that's the one that wicked me out by 1 tick. And that's the one that I'm going to pay attention to on Fridays because, again, if we are so trendy on Fridays, I don't think trying to catch the divergence that happens in that manner should be a thing. So we'll see. I did look through my trading journal and I only had, I think, 2 because y'all know I sit out of so many trades. I believe I only had 2 trades like that on Fridays, and I think they both won. But again, we need consistency. So once I go through all of the trades for today that happened that way, I'll kind of make a decision. Who knows? And I can't remember the other trade that lost if I cared to look at that or not. But 5 and 2 is not horrible at all. We sat out of some trades, but that's all right. So for the week though, and the follower account is the one that one must be 4 and 3 because the first trade that won I didn't get filled on, so it filled me when price came back. I wasn't paying attention to the order tab. All right, so for the week for account 22, it looks like I'll show you guys the trade performance tab. Let me make the font bigger so it's easy to see on a phone. So this is where we're at. This is for account 22. So $350 profit in basically a couple of days of trading. Not too horrible. 26 trades. It's not 15 losing trades because some of the break evens are counted as losses. But either way, so that's the stats for that one. And then for account 24, still a little bit in profit there as well. So not too bad. We made progress. It's been a long time since I had a green week. So you want to know something? I'm going to take that green week and we're going to go with it. Okay. So going into next week, I'm not even going to multiply contracts, honestly, because this account renews on Thursday. So as long as by Wednesday, I pretty much am back to a full drawdown, I'm not going to purposely fail the account or anything. And then same thing for this one. For if by Friday I'm back to full drawdown, then we'll just make it do what it do and just continue on with that. But that's where we are. I'm happy with this week. I really feel like switching the way that I'm doing the point of control a little bit by caring about the order flow within the point of control. I think that's going to be the most positive change to my strategy altogether. So this is basically like the third way that I'm trading volume. Before, I didn't trade POC at all. The second way was the POC without knowing what's inside of the bar. The third way is POC with knowing what's inside of the bar. So I think that I'm going to focus this weekend on back testing, and so we can go into next week fully confident, and hopefully we can pass the next eval, or at least get like halfway there. If I can get halfway to passing the next eval and actually pass it in 2 weeks from now, I would be okay with that. So we'll see. But I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will see you guys Monday. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.